Hey everyone, Dan and Jordan back. The second episode of Constantly Brawn.
The scruff is back.
We're here to take on the pundits. We'll make this video a little shorter than that first week. Sorry about that. Getting used to it. But let's recap game week 2.
Yeah, as our product grows, like our beards, hopefully we improve as well.
Amen. Okay, so first up, let's go with United Friday night game. What are your thoughts first off on Friday night games?
It is a way for these leagues to make money. That is what this Friday night game is for. Because you know what? We're not in England. We're in America. And I don't know about you, but I have a day job. So you do too. So we can't watch these Friday games.
And it sucks for the away fans too. The travel. I mean, the trains stop after a certain time. So, a lot of us have trouble just getting there and getting back.
I feel bad for like the other leagues because they would purposely have Friday games so that way they wouldn't have to compete with the EPL. But now EPL is like, screw this, we want more money, and
right, like this TV deal wasn't enough.
We want more.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, so United hosted Southampton. We both predicted a 2-0 victory, and guess what? We were both right.
Woo!
Southampton, I think, they started on the front foot. United looked pretty comfortable just counterattacking. Or, they didn't really seem that troubled, even though Southampton had most of the possession. Pogba got the start in front of Herrera. I thought that was a little harsh. I thought, the 11 that started against Bournemouth deserved to start again. But, Pogba's there, and this is probably his preferred lineup, so he was given a good run out. For a team that's proven pretty tough lately. We've lost the last 2 against them and haven't won at home since Ferguson left. So I think he wanted to put the strongest team out there, and he sees Pogba right now as better than Herrera.
He is, though. It's Pogba. As good as Herrera is, it is Pogba. This guy,
I love Herrera.
And if you're going to spend $100 million, at least $100 million, it could be with bonuses even more on a player such as Pogba, he better be starting every game. So it's unfortunate for Herrera, but we knew that was going to happen this season as soon as Mourinho took over and they were linked with Pogba. That's what happens, unfortunately. Yeah. But I think it's a strength for United because with all the tournament play, not just now, but in the future, they have such depth. So
yeah, I mean Herrera will get his share of starts when the games start coming a little.
Have to rotate.
Definitely, and I mean Pogba, he started off a little slow, but as United too, they grew into the game, and he just started to boss it. He really should have had one at the end with Mkhitaryan's assist, but he's looking pretty good so far. I know it's only one game, but it's pretty good.
Speaking about early debuts and early impressions, what do you think of Zlatan? Because it's interesting. He's scoring, but he looks like a step slow, and he's not holding the ball well. He's so big and strong.
He's holding the ball up pretty well. I just think it's funny how everyone doubted him, and I don't know why. How are you going to doubt someone of his quality?
I'm not saying I doubt him. I'm just saying maybe this hot goal streak is going to level out a little more.
What, when United start even playing better? They haven't even hit second gear yet.
Right, but it could be you may have goals coming from Martial. You may have goals coming from Pogba. You may have.
He's not going to keep a 3 goals in 2 game ratio, for league play at least, or 4 and 3. But he's a huge asset to this team, and I think he could win the Golden Boot and steal it from Aguero.
I don't think Zlatan breaks 25. I think that's probably my opinion. His ceiling is 25 goals.
I'm going to say 27 just to beat you.
Of course.
Yeah. So I mean, 2-0 win at home, first home game, first shutout. It's a good positive heading into the next game.
Yeah, interesting. They haven't really been challenged yet, United. We'll see in a couple weeks, but so far they do look good.
Southampton are a good team, though. They've beaten them at Old Trafford the last 2 seasons.
But this is the year they, so far, new coach, lost so many players again. I think this could be a year it catches up with them. Again, I think they'll be competitive, but I think they're not going to be as competitive as we've seen in the past, which it's a shame, but it's all about the money again.
Hopefully they cope. Next up, though, you got your team.
Go to my Spurs. So they leave it late as usual, it seems, for a 1-0 win, especially against Crystal Palace. It's always these theatrics. Delhi was sick, so he was on the bench. Interesting in the game is they put Kane in the 10 role, and they put my boy Yancey, number 9, and he still looks great. Both him and Wanyama looks like they've been playing on this team for at least a year or two, and it's only their second official league game.
Yeah, I mean, Yancey looks good, but I mean, Wanyama's used to the league, so I think that helped him in acclimating to the Spurs.
And he's used to Posh. I agree.
That's true, yeah.
So I thought they played well. They need to really not waste their chances, especially Yancey again. He's getting and doing everything right, but that final ball, he's making the keeper get good saves, but you got to just score, man.
Yeah, those are the hardest parts. So, I mean, as long as he keeps putting himself into good spots, he'll eventually start scoring.
But that's what separates someone like him versus Zlatan, is Zlatan knows how to score. Yancey needs to show that he can do that.
Still early season.
Did you catch this? I don't know if you caught this. The funniest thing of the entire game, maybe of the entire season so far. Lamella nutmeg Townsend, and it was beautiful. And it's funny because of Townsend. It's his first game at the Lane. And they showed a slow motion of it. And you saw behind, when this happened, behind the players, they showed Rose look like this. Danny Rose. And they interviewed Danny Rose after, and he's like, I just felt so bad for Andros. He always gets megged during practice sessions, and I didn't want him to get megged on his first return here, and that's what happened. So funny.
Pretty funny.
Definitely go check that out.
Yeah, I will. But yeah, they looked pretty good. They dominated basically the game, and just needed to finish it earlier than they did. But again, 3 points. It's really all you can ask for at this early stage.
Yeah, just keep those clean sheets, and win's a win. I agree.
Yeah, we got that one a little wrong. We both predicted again 2-0, but 1-0 a win. Yeah, still got that kind of right.
Yeah, Crystal Palace definitely need a striker. Glad they signed Benteke. Heard they could be linked with Remy maybe, but the Benteke, they finally have at least.
Yeah, we should definitely help him.
Yeah. All right, so let's go to our previews.
Right.
Game week 3 already? Doesn't it feel like the season just started?
Yeah, it's because it feels like the season never ends.
Yeah,
great.
That's the beautiful thing.
Yeah,
if you're going to subscribe to our channel, you guys want to watch. I definitely appreciate that. But you got to watch this league. This is the best sports league on the planet. It really is.
Couldn't agree with you more, man. So, yeah, the preview. We got United at Hull.
Oh, boy. Two undefeated teams.
I know. Looking into this, you would have thought, easy 3 points for United. But Hull have surprised everyone, and they've won, their first 2 games with 13 fit senior players, a manager who, a caretaker manager who's
from United.
He's from United, so he's got that blood in him, and I think that's helping them keep them steady for now. They are surprising right now. I don't think Mourinho and United will take them lightly, but I still think they'll have too much. I think this is a game where Hull finally kind of show that, yeah, we have only 13 fit senior players, and we just got promoted. I think too much for them. Pogba's coming back.
Could remind me of, Dan? This reminds me of, do you remember last season with Leicester City where everyone was writing them off? And Leicester played Arsenal early on, and they got their butts kicked.
Yeah.
Then that got them stronger, and they did really well, won the league. I'm not saying Hull could win the league. It's only the 3rd week. But I think a game like this, win or lose for Hull, could strengthen them. Now
this is kind of like a freebie game for them. If they win, great. If they lose, hey, it's Manchester United. We lost to Manchester United. So, they have kind of no pressure on them on this game. Do I see that meaning they'll take points? It's hard. I mean, I think United they're growing into games. They're growing into season. I think he'll go with the same starting 11. Pogba, I think, is going to have a fantastic game. And I think Zlatan keeps scoring. I could see him winning this one 3-0.
That defense is scary good. That's a wall, red wall you got.
And that's still with Blind, who many people don't like, in the back at least.
He's a smart player. Very limited, kind of blind, but he's smart. Rooney, though, number 10. Why? This team could be so much better if they just take him out. Put Mata in that role. Like,
I agree with you there, but I don't
really
see that.
Odd. Like, wouldn't you want to put your best foot forward, give you the best chances? I know it's Rooney, but
I think that's really right now it's keeping him in it, and as long as they're winning, I don't see Mourinho seeing a need to change it. But as soon as Rooney's play starts affecting the actual team results, then I think I could see Mourinho starting to make.
Rooney.
Yeah, I'm going with 3-0 win here.
You have to go, Wayne. You have to go home, Wayne. Oh man.
What's your prediction?
I think 3-0. I think this could be the game we see Zlatan get a hat trick. I know I'm kind of a little harsh on him. I do think he's going to be good in this league, and I don't see him slowing this game. Next game they play is a total different story.
Yeah, heading into the international break, it's going to be good for them, I think.
Yeah, but I think this game is going to be a tough game for Hull. Too much offense for United. I have it 3-0.
Same again. So
and we go to my Spurs, and this is an interesting one because we are playing Liverpool. Liverpool has still not played a home league game yet. They looked great in the first game against Arsenal.
Great and bad.
No defense was there, but the offense was ridiculously good. But then they play Burnley, and all of a sudden they have 80 possession, and it's like, what do? We have the ball. Do we want to score? I don't know. Do you want to score? Where's Firmino? Oh, he's up top. Where's Sturridge? He's not up top? That's odd. What do we do with the ball? I don't know. That's like how they played. Like, it was like they had possession, whoop-de-dee, while Burnley looks like they wanted that moment. They wanted to seize it, and they wanted that win. Also, I don't know if any of you guys play FIFA. The Liverpool defense looked like the FIFA players on the easiest mode where they just stand there and you could, like, dribble around them. Like, they didn't move.
I mean, they were inconsistent last year, and they're already continuing that trend. They got to figure out how to combine
flat-footed
attack.
Mignolet looked like he was sleeping. Ugh, ugly game. Well, they do play Spurs well, and they match up well against Spurs because it's going to be two high-pressing offenses. The big difference, though,
regardless,
the big difference is Spurs have, my opinion, still a very good, still underrated defense. Because I know people are saying, oh, Hugo's not there, but Vorm's been doing great so far. Defense is still strong. You got two of the best backs in the league with Danny Rose and Kyle Walker. Both can be fast and both know how to defend. And you got the Belgian duo. It's a great defensive wall. Dyer and Wanyama, both playing well, especially Wanyama. So I really think defensively it should be a good game. Are either team going to press too much? That's going to cause the other team to have a really good chance. I don't know. I think that's probably how a game could be won. I also don't know how Spurs are going to line up. Kane in the 10 role, or if they're going to have Kane back number 9 with Ali healthy now, not sick, back in that 10
I think
role.
they'll go with Ali back in number 10 and Kane up top.
It's a more traditional lineup, I think. I think you can always put Yancey on if you are down or you want the win, which at home they should. But I see this could be – originally I thought it was going to be 3-2 because I'm giving a lot of respect to Mane and that Liverpool offense. But I'm going to change. I'm going to go 2-1 Spurs.
I have the same scoreline, but different teams. I got Liverpool pulling out the 2-1 win here. They seem to play Tottenham pretty well usually, and I don't know. I feel like they kind of need this a little bit more than Tottenham. I know it's still early season, but this would be a huge win for them to get against the best defense of last year.
But Dan, they haven't. They gave 2 goals up to Burnley and 3 goals up to Arsenal.
Okay, but they also scored 4. Then they scored 5 in the
You
cup.
think they're only going to give 1 goal up to Spurs?
Spurs haven't hit stride, man. They have 2 goals. Arsenal have more goals than them.
They have as many as Burnley and only 1 less than Arsenal.
Still less.
And Arsenal because they played Liverpool. Come on, you gotta give this Spurs offense some credit.
I do, but I give Klopp some credit, nailing down some more defensive play.
This is one of the highest scoring sides last year. They will score goals on this
has to be going to be a low scoring game. Just feel it.
2-1. Wouldn't be surprised if it's, I don't know, 3-1 or 4-1, but 2-1. Go Spurs. Come on, you Spurs.
I mean, I'll never root for Liverpool, of course, but that's just my prediction right now.
You Scouts bastards. You Scouts bastards.
All right, so let's run through the rest of the games, and we'll just give a score prediction on them, and we won't go into too much depth.
Okay.
So Arsenal at Watford, I'm going to go with a 2-1 Arsenal win.
Interesting. I go 1-1. I really think Arsenal's struggling right now.
Yeah, we'll see with the players coming back. We'll see how they do. Burnley at Chelsea, I've got a 2-0 Chelsea win.
I have the same exact scoreline.
Of course. Bournemouth at Crystal Palace, I got a 1-1 draw.
I also have a 1-1 draw. Neither team really hitting their strides. It wouldn't surprise me if it's a 0-0 kind of board.
It also wouldn't surprise me if Crystal Palace take the win with Benteke playing, actually.
Could happen. Also, Bournemouth does like to get forward, so it's up for either team, but I think neither's team, I think.
Another good game is Stoke at Everton. I'm going 2-1 win for Everton.
I'm going 0-1 Everton.
All right. Swansea at Leicester. I think Leicester get their first win. I'm going 2-1.
I'm going 0-1 Leicester. Same scoreline. I think Leicester defense is very good, but their offense seems a little slow, and Swansea has been okay defensively. Maybe not so much against Hull, but that's why I think 1-0 Leicester.
Sunderland at Southampton. I got 3-1 Southampton. I think they could.
Poor Moyes. What is Sunderland like cursed? Like every start of the season, they
suck.
Forget that the season starts and it's December, and they're like, okay, we're gonna play now. Apparently, I have similar goal differential. I have 2-0 Southampton.
Okay. Middlesbrough at West Brom. I've got a 1-1 draw.
Is West Brom like the most boring team you've ever seen play soccer?
Yeah, but at least they'll never feel like they're in a relegation battle like Sunderland.
Yeah. I have 0-0.
Last one, West Ham at Manchester City. I'm going 2-1 to City to continue their perfect start in the league.
I hate to say it, I have it 3-1 City. City is really good.
Yeah,
and I think
West Ham play them pretty well.
Yeah. I think the wingers, though, are going to give West Ham, that defense, a lot of trouble.
Definitely.
Sterling and Nolito look really good. I know last video I kind of was a little harsh on them, but I don't know if it's
they look good. Aguero's really looking good, too. It'll be a good game.
So side note, we're in a fantasy league, and we all have one player that me, Dan, and another friend of ours, Alex, we all have one player that none of us can have. And Alex picked Aguero, of course, and that's why he's in either first or close to first, because Aguero just gives him bazillion points every week.
And I have Zlatan, so Zlatan gives me 1,000,000 points.
And I have Kane, who will give me 1,000,000 points. Starting.
I'm ahead on that side bet, too. Zlatan versus Kane. So with our predictions, we'll give you some fantasy advice to try to beat your friends.
So we were talking about it. We both are pretty high on Gray. It's a tough matchup against Chelsea, but Gray is He's got good pace, and we think he could be a good pickup at 6.5. I like Benteke, as Dan also does. We think at 7.5 it's good value. Crystal Palace really need to start picking up how they're playing, but I think they finally have a good outlet for Townsend and Zaha to pass the ball to.
He'll definitely help.
The other thing with fantasy that I just want to say is that you want to look for players that play kind of different from the positions that they're listed in. What I mean is, if you look at the midfielders, for instance, you want to look for midfielders that tend to play more like forwards, like Redmond, Martial, Nolito, Firmino, Sanchez for now. These are all players who can be seen more as a forward, but you're getting points such as 5 points for a goal if they score. So that's really hedging your bets, and you're getting a lot of value from that.
Yeah, and if you haven't already, I would definitely pick up Negredo at 6.5. He's already got a goal and 2 assists, and he's definitely going to be a key player for Middlesbrough as they try to keep in the league.
Makes you wonder, what was City thinking, like getting rid of him, getting rid of their other players like Dzeko, and bringing in Bonnie, who just forgot how to play soccer, it looks like.
I don't know. Negredo was good at City. Forget exactly why they let him go, but Deco never really took off for them. But yeah, Bonnie hasn't done much.
Bonnie, I feel like is still in Swansea. Like they're waiting for him to get there.
He's got to leave City now to find his form again.
100%. Yeah. I like Iheanacho too. All right, so
fantasy.
That's it for fantasy, and that's kind of it for this episode. Hopefully we were better than the first time. Hopefully we weren't 40 minutes because that's ridiculously long.
Sorry about that, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks for sticking with us if you did.
You got good content, just probably a little too long, but definitely thanks
get better again as we go on.
We'll be back next week. If you like the video, please hit the like button and subscribe. Feel free to leave us comments, anything you liked, you want to see more of, you want to see less of, you want us to focus on, any suggestions, feedback.
Or let us know you hate us. Doesn't matter. Just anything. All right, guys. Take it easy and see you next week.
Take care. We'll see you.